jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is pumping, look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. A place to stay, get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. A place to stay, get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Comic Book Corps. We're your hosts, Karosh,
Briston,
Ken.
And we'll be reviewing some comics books today and going over a few discussions of our comic book related topics. We'll start things off. We got Green Lantern 57 this week. We have Ultimate Avengers 3, issue number 2. And we have Batman 703.
I don't know if we even need to hold them up now. Like, Briston's got it down. We're just like, as soon as I hold it up, the image is already changing over to show the cover anyways.
I like to do something with my hands. I don't know.
He's all digital. He's just like, dang, I got this.
You guys like that
CG,
little swap,
locked
don't you?
down.
I'm pretty sure you guys do.
This is all green screen right here. All of this.
Just make sure you get the right comic book covers when we say it, otherwise.
I'll try. Maybe if I remember the cover, that is.
Who was, what, they, 57? I'm doing a different one.
Joe Kelly drew this. What? Grant Morrison.
Grant Morrison.
That's a splash page?
Best part is, he'll get, like, the variant. People are like, I didn't see that one. It's the wrong one. Like, no, it's the right one. It's the variant.
Check out the new variant.
Back off, folks.
Alright, you want to start things up with your book, Ken?
So Green Lantern 57, they start to go after some more of the avatars, or not avatars, what do they call them?
The Airbenders?
No, the, what do they call them?
The entities.
Entities, yeah, the entities.
Each core's entity.
Yeah, each core has their own. It's a good issue, definitely enjoying Green Lantern for a good long while now. My only problem is, like I said, the more they show the entities of, like, I was thinking of, you have each of them, they all look like Earth-based animals.
Yeah.
You got the octopus for compassion, or squid, whatever you want to call it.
The snake for the
Snake for greed, you know, which is supposed to obviously
the bull for rage.
Bull for rage. And then, like, and you guys mentioned, the Predator looks like a xenomorph.
Yeah.
It looks like, or Zerg, as you also said, too.
Zergling mixed with a xenomorph.
Like,
Xenomorphs from Aliens, guys. Zerglings from StarCraft. Get your nerd education on it.
Exactly.
Learn.
Just Google it. You would be good. But it's like, this one doesn't look like anything Earth-based. I mean, you already have...
It doesn't even look like a predator, if anything.
You just want that... That's just what you want, isn't it?
I need Arnold in here. He should be the...
But, so it doesn't look like anything on Earth, which is really kind of odd. And it's like, I almost want to say that it's because that you could attribute that to previous incarnations of the Star Sapphire and stuff, because I don't know the history that well. But Jeff Johns created the entities. Like, they weren't existing before then, so you can't... Like, I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Can't use that argument, really.
It falls flat, so it's like, why is it designed like that? So it's almost more critical of it. And it's also a matter of, like, Carol references times like, oh, you know, I felt it taking me over. And
if you look back at the history, you were saying earlier.
If you look back at the history, it's like, there's many times where she was taken over by the Star Sapphire before.
The rings.
Well, actually, before it was just the gem.
Oh, yeah, before they
find it. So they discussed that, and one thing they used to do a lot more in comics was they'd reference the exact issue number, like, this was back in this issue, or back in this trade, you could find it. They didn't do that in this, and because, like, the only time I think Jeff Johns has covered the Star Sapphire taking over Carol Ferris recently was in the Green Lantern series. They didn't make any mention of the Predator. They didn't make any reference that, oh, this is why it was taking me over. I could feel it. There was a difference. There was no mention of the entity before this. So it's like, at one point was she like, oh no, this is because she's steadfast in her views that the Predator is not the problem in this issue. It's more the person. It's the host. Yeah. And so
the Predator. I remember what she was saying. It was what I got from this was that, like, all these entities, most of the lanterns and all the different cores are considering them as separate, whereas they should be treated as just like an embodiment of what we believe in, what we exhibit.
Right. Exactly. And her problem was that with each of the ones that Hal's like, no, the Predator is corrupting the host, and the entity's corrupting the host, whereas she's like, no, in this one the host is corrupting the entity, which is okay. This is the first time it's happened, so sure, whatever. But it's just like there was no. I don't know, because there's very little, known about the Predator, why I don't think there should be more reference to why did she already know steadfast reviews that this was the reason?
Oh, this is the case, Yeah. I knew this in
advance. It's like, if everyone in the past been, it took me over. No, I took over it. It's different this time. Well, it's fun.
I see a retcon coming around,
It almost does. It feels like that, where there's like, this is the way it's going. It's like, you need, I wish there would have been, she would have had more of a reasoning to it, more of a history with it. If they would have built it up a little bit more, as opposed to like, nope, I'm right. Like, settle down.
Well, I don't know. Let's jump. I think, given that this issue just came out, we're given that much so far. Maybe in the future we'll get more like, oh, maybe she wasn't entirely right, or there's a little of small tidbits that she's missing, details that she's missing. Yeah. I like the conversation, the back and forth between her and Hal, and how they go back to their relationships, which has been referenced in the back issues before.
Yeah, no, that's been covered many times, and it's covered really well in Jeff John's current run too. So. There's been good stuff there with Cowgirl and all that.
Yeah, that was good
back
stuff.
And forth.
This was a good issue. I like that we finally saw a male in like the Predator.
Well, that's
in
not
like
so much.
It wasn't a Star Sapphire, but he was somewhere involved with the Star Sapphires. Besides Hal.
Yet no stripper outfit whatsoever. Like it wasn't like he wasn't wearing a mesh shirt.
He's got like the dominatrix kind of outfit. If you guys see, he's got like
I was
a full,
expecting a gimp, guys. I was expecting that much. You know.
I don't know why you.
But still, no
odd expectations about your idea of love.
I get no Predator in this. No Predator love. I mean, with the... Anyway, it was a fun issue, though. Larfleeze was really funny. He was a great comic.
Yes, he was.
He discovers buffets in Las Vegas for the first time, and I think that's suffice to say that it was a very humorous scene.
Yeah.
Besides that, art, always Doug Mank draws this out of the park. I love his stuff. It's almost like event, like the spotlight kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's getting recognition nowadays and putting on the front lines of the books, or the front books.
He was on JLA.
Well, I mean, he was, but I mean, I don't know.
How is that not frontline? Like, I want him on...
JLI.
No, sorry, JLE, Justice League Elite.
Oh, yeah. But that was a while ago. I'm saying, like, he went away for a while, and then he did, like, he was a fill-in artist for Final Crisis, and then he's...
Well, that's because that's okay. Final Crisis, an event book. That's not like, oh, that's back burner. That's just that's top level. Like,
I know.
What more do you want?
Well, I know, but he wasn't the main guy for that. They had to like, oh, we need someone to fill in. Let's get a guy who
can get the job done. Someone quality. So how is this like? I don't see how that's back burner. Like, he's just making his name.
Okay,
now.
Before that, what was he in? Like in recent event, like I remember he did the Black Adam miniseries, which was awesome. But it wasn't like Green Lantern, Superman, Batman kind of stuff,
right? Because his style, I think his style was perfect for that.
It was good. And then I remember before that he did Frankenstein, the Grant Morrison part of the Seven Soldiers stuff. What about before that?
Like I said, before that he was doing the Justice League stuff, and before that he was doing some Batman stuff.
I'm just saying he's coming back into his... It wasn't like he peaked or anything back then.
No,
he
I would say
he went down, and now he's back up.
He got up there, and then he just stayed at the top of his game.
All right, I'll give you that. I give this a 4 out of 5. Definitely a good read.
Yeah, 5 out of 5. I've got to read it.
3 out of 5, guys. It was a good check out.
We'll go into Ultimate Avengers 3, issue 2, semicolon 1/2. They're just messing with the numbers now with these books. Mark Miller's writing this. Steve Dillon's drawing this. It's pretty cool so far. The story so far is like vampires in the Ultimate Universe. This new the Black Ops team, I guess, is like there's the main Ultimate Avengers, and then there's the one that like goes behind the shadow, does the dirty work stuff. It's fun.
This is a mix of the two because it's got Captain America in there too. And...
Oh yeah, he's throwing it in. You get a little bit of Blade. He feels like a mix of like Black Dynamite, Bruce and I were talking about. And the one vampire hunter,
Black Hero Hunter and Venture Brothers, guys. Think about that. It's like a mix between those two.
It's fun. I like it. It feels like it's got a horror story kind of aspect to it, where it's like vampires hunting superheroes kind of. I like what Millar's doing with Ultimate Avengers series. Like he's come back with the Ultimate Avengers 1, and then he did Ultimate Avengers 2, and they're each like self-contained miniseries. But there's like an overarching plan with all these miniseries. So I like the concept. I think he has the potential to do more. He's going in the right direction, I think. The first issue of this was pretty good. This one kind of went by really fast for what it was, I felt.
I thought the first issue was better than this one. I would have given the first issue like 4 out of 5. This one was like, eh. I mean, it went, as Chris said, it went by really, really fast. Only like some action that I really liked, especially with Blade. That was my favorite part. And then
cool stuff, yeah.
The little thing with Steve was like, like a shocker, but and the artwork wasn't that bad.
I mean, I love Millar's stuff, but with Avengers, it's been slowly like being degrading. Not that it's horrible now, but
it's not his best.
It's not as good as it was.
He's not at his peak.
Exactly. He's not. He peaked with the Ultimate Avengers. But I was like, I want to get back to more of the stories of him trying to write a a superhero team in the real world. But this just feels more like back to being its comics. It's got vampires, and the Hulk's going to go to the comic store. And,
special cameo by a certain character.
Yeah, it's just
crossover.
It's just like I liked that aspect of like these people. It's like they're just on that fringe of like, is it reality? How does it react realistically?
Cool.
So
I give this a solid 3 out of 5. First issue was good. This one keeps the pace going. If you've been drawn in, definitely check this out.
Felt too fast for me. The artwork was all right. I give it a 2 out of 5, guys. Check it out at least.
2 out of 5.
Briston.
Last but not least, 703 Batman, guys. And I must say, I am not impressed.
It was the prelude to Bruce Wayne. He's on the way back. The road home. He's
Real quick, guys, it's basically
the 5 intersection with the 57. That's what the road used to come zing.
Something like that.
No.
Well, just real quick, guys, it's basically the 3. We got Dick, Tim, and then Damian teaming up together. They'll go against a criminal, and that's about it. And it's us seeing them working together as a team. And I think Chris pointed out this sounds really, really cool. Like, Alfred's the grandpa, Bruce is the grandfather. Then we have...
They're both grandpas?
Well, I think he's like the great-great. Think of it this way.
They're not in a relationship together.
Yes, they are, guys.
Just for clear,
just because you can see that
Briston has a
wink.
really weird family thing at home, so like
It's a lot.
It's like, oh, my grandfather, but I don't have a.
Anyways, we got
Bruce is the grandfather. Dick was the dad role.
Yeah.
Tim is like the uncle, and then Damien's like this kid.
But you got.
My take is still just that Bruce is the father,
These are
Dick is the
stories.
oldest son, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
so
the
now
3 sons.
Tim's like trying to be like, well, there's a new baby in the house, and nobody likes me anymore.
Marcia.
Sorry, Janet. Just like deal with it. But that's I mean, I definitely feel that though, and I like that. That Tim's still trying to make a name for himself, and he's off on his own. But I like the story now in this one between Bruce and Damian.
Yeah.
Or Bruce, sorry, Dick and Damian.
Dick and Damian, yeah.
It has a good couple moments where Dick's like, huh, and like he just like
reflecting
on
his
like his experience with Batman, and now how it's been reversed, and now he's like, dang it, like okay, so this is how it feels on the other side of the So, and it's to me, it's just there. I mean, it's a prelude to the return of Bruce Wayne, whatever. It's not much of one, just the fact that it's trying to establish how these characters feel with each other before Bruce comes back, and that's the only part that it is.
I'm in no hurry here to get if I know Bruce is coming back, he's probably going to be Batman again, but I'm in no hurry to mess with the dynamic going on here. I like these guys. I'm glad they didn't rush anything so far. It's been 2 years?
Yeah, something like
or
that.
so.
I would actually be okay with a little more time away from let Bruce stay off on his own, and not that he's going to come back anyways and then leave anyways to go out international and whatnot.
Yeah,
but I like this feeling, and I think they could stay with it a little bit longer, just to kind of cement it, so we have more of a feeling when he comes back. It would shake things up, as opposed to like, oh, he's back, okay, good.
Yeah,
he's a gone for a weekend.
We'll see. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they don't completely revert back to the status quo.
I see that happening too easily, and I think they'll still try and hold on to it, but I don't think you'll still have that same feel, because no matter what, you still will have him within the world, and he's accessible.
Yeah.
But on a positive light,
emphasis.
Just seeing them work together was really, really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, negatively though, I didn't like the artwork. There's like 1 page, 3 panels. You could see Damien's face just blowed up like a blowfish. I'm like,
we've just been in a fight, so I don't know.
It
was swelling, just like he didn't have an ice pack.
But
or a steak.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see Vicky Vale. I've never seen her in a comic book before, so it's really nice. I guess that's our timer, guys. But real quick,
There's chicken in the oven.
overall, I give this a 2 out of 5, guys.
I thought it was a good book. You don't have to read much to get into it. You don't have to read anything after this. It's a good pickup if you feel like you want to read some good stories here with the 3 of them. I give this a solid 3 out of 5.
I give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Oh, add that decimal.
It's close. It's like it needs to be a 4 almost. But if you're looking for something to cut from your stack, I can see this getting cut. But I definitely recommend buying it.
All right, we're gonna go to a break and then we'll be back later.